On the surface, it was just a haircut, a few minutes in a barber's chair that took Erling Haaland from his famous long blonde ponytail down to a simple buzz cut. But the more you look at the timing, the symbolism, and the sheer scale of reaction it generated, the clearer it becomes that this was never just about hair at all. In this video, we are going to walk through exactly why this single grooming decision became such a genuinely significant moment, breaking down the layers of meaning behind it and exploring why American fans, along with football figures across the entire sport, could not stop talking about it. So let us get into everything that makes this moment matter so much. To understand why this haircut carries so much weight, you first have to appreciate exactly what Haaland's long hair had come to represent. Worn in a ponytail, top knot, or bun depending on the day, that hairstyle became one of the most recognizable visual signatures anywhere in world football. So iconic that it inspired wigs, countless memes, and even a dedicated lookalike contest held in Miami during this summer's World Cup. It helped earn him comparisons to a Viking warrior, reinforcing an entire persona built around size, dominance, and an almost mythic physical presence on the pitch. When something becomes that deeply embedded in a player's public identity, changing it is never simply a cosmetic decision. Before we get into exactly why this moment carries so much significance, take a second to hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed, because we are covering every angle of Haaland's incredible year as it continues to unfold. It only takes a second, and it genuinely helps the channel. Alright, let us get into it. The single biggest reason this haircut resonated so deeply comes down to exactly when it happened. Haaland debuted the buzz cut mere hours before Manchester City's Premier League season opener against Bournemouth, marking the club's first competitive match in a full decade without Pep Guardiola in charge, with former Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca now leading the team instead. That timing transforms what could have been a simple style update into something that reads almost as deliberate symbolism, a literal fresh start arriving at the exact same moment as a figurative one at the club itself. Haaland even confirmed this connection directly himself, explaining in his own YouTube video that, with the new season starting, it felt like the right time for a fresh start, tying the haircut explicitly to this new chapter of his career. Adding another layer of genuine intrigue to this story is the specific history behind why Haaland had kept his hair long in the first place. During this past summer's World Cup, he revealed that football legend Zlatan Ibrahimovic had personally warned him years earlier never to cut his hair, insisting that his strength lived inside it. Ibrahimovic himself later confirmed that exact exchange had taken place.
What the f*** is this? You lost a bet or what? Oh my god, block me and erase my number, my friend.
That detail transforms this haircut from a simple style choice into something closer to a deliberate rejection of superstition. Haaland essentially deciding, at the height of his career, that he no longer needed whatever mystical protection that advice was meant to provide. Choosing this exact moment to finally defy that warning adds a genuinely compelling psychological layer to the entire story. Part of what elevated this from a simple personal choice into a genuine cultural event was Haaland's own decision to document the fallout in real time. Rather than simply posting a photo and moving on, he video called friends, teammates, and football legends specifically to capture their live reactions, turning his own haircut into an interactive, shareable piece of content. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's stunned response, demanding to know if Haaland had lost a bet before telling him to block his number entirely, became one of the most quoted exchanges of the entire year. Jack Grealish joking that he now looked about 10 years old, Pep Guardiola admitting he would love to have that much hair himself, and even Oasis frontman Noel Gallagher weighing in with his own surprised reaction, all combined to turn a simple haircut into a genuinely produced piece of viral entertainment, reinforcing exactly the kind of savvy, self-aware content creation that had already defined so much of Haaland's public persona throughout this past year. Numbers alone tell part of the story here too. His Instagram carousel documenting the transformation, captioned simply with the phrase "short hair don't care," quickly gathered over 12 million likes, an extraordinary total for what is, at its core, just a grooming update. Jude Bellingham's simple two-word comment reading "No way" spread almost as widely on its own, while news outlets across the world, from sports-specific publications to general entertainment and even lifestyle sections, all covered the story independently. That level of coverage, spanning so many completely different corners of media, is not something that happens for an ordinary athlete getting an ordinary haircut. It reflects just how significant Haaland's overall cultural footprint had become by this point. This entire situation also carries weight because it is not entirely unprecedented within football history. Commentators repeatedly drew direct comparisons between Haaland's transformation and David Beckham's own famous decision to shave his head back in 2000, a similarly dramatic hair change from one of the sport's biggest global stars that divided opinion in the moment before eventually becoming an iconic, frequently referenced piece of football history. That historical parallel gives Haaland's own transformation a sense of weight and legacy beyond the immediate reaction, positioning it as part of a small, memorable lineage of football hair moments capable of transcending the sport itself. Perhaps most tellingly, this haircut revealed just how emotionally invested fans, particularly those who discovered Haaland during this summer's World Cup, had become in even the smallest details of his public image. Reactions ranged from genuine concern that he had cut off what many described as a good luck charm to outright mourning, with one widely shared comment poetically describing the moment as an angel losing its wings, while others declared his entire Viking era officially over. That kind of emotional reaction to a simple physical change reflects just how deeply fans had connected with the complete package of who Haaland is, appearance very much included, rather than simply appreciating him for his goals alone. This haircut also lands at a moment when Manchester City itself faces genuine questions about its own identity moving forward. With Guardiola gone after a decade of unprecedented success, and Maresca still working to establish his own tactical philosophy, Haaland's transformation offers a small but visible symbol of change running parallel to much larger, more consequential shifts happening throughout the entire club. Whether intentional or coincidental, the timing reinforces a broader sense that this genuinely is a new era, not just for Manchester City as an institution, but for Haaland individually as he embarks on his first full season without the manager who helped build so much of his early Premier League legacy. Fittingly, the very match where Haaland debuted this new look gave fans an immediate, if ultimately inconclusive, test of the good luck charm theory. Manchester City won that opening match against Bournemouth 2-1, though Haaland himself did not manage to score, missing a couple of clear opportunities along the way. That detail, arriving on the exact same day as his transformation, gave superstitious fans just enough evidence to keep the debate alive without providing any definitive answer either way, ensuring the story would continue generating conversation well beyond its initial viral moment. Taken together, these various layers explain exactly why this was never simply about hair. The timing tied it directly to a new managerial era. The Zlatan backstory gave it genuine emotional and psychological weight. The celebrity reaction video turned it into produced entertainment. The historical parallel to Beckham gave it lasting cultural context. And the emotional response from fans revealed just how deeply invested people had become in every aspect of who Haaland is as a public figure. Very few athletes could generate this much sustained, multi-layered conversation from a single trip to the barber, and that alone tells you everything about where Haaland currently sits within global sports culture. At the end of the day, this haircut will likely be remembered as far more than a simple style change. It captured a genuine crossroads moment in Haaland's career and in Manchester City's broader story, all wrapped inside a viral, celebrity-studded piece of content that only reinforced his standing as one of the most compelling figures in world sports today. Whether the buzzcut sticks around permanently, or the famous long locks eventually make their return, this moment has already secured its place as one of the more genuinely significant, layered storylines to emerge from an already unforgettable year. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you are subscribed so you catch our next video the moment Haaland gives fans another reason to talk, because based on everything we have seen from him, that moment is probably closer than we think.